Hello. This week I've been busy following up on something I talked about last week, which was learning to use a drop spindle and learning to spin wool. I bought the wool, as you can see. It's right up close, mind you. Get an idea. It comes like this, which is just the right thickness for me for practicing. I've already done one roll and I'm now onto my second one. So I was just working here on it and I was thinking about how I so quickly and easily started to do it without too much trouble. And I have put it down to the fact that it's creating muscle memory, which is what I did by watching so many videos while I was waiting for the drop spindle to arrive in the post and the wool. I just saturated myself. So I guess that it's a bit like when people are practicing physically making something. If you mentally watch the process, what happens is your brain gets accustomed to the process so that when you actually pick up the materials, which is what I did, I'm halfway there. That's what I've put it down to because I found it extremely easy to learn. And it got me thinking while I was spinning, not me personally, I wasn't spinning, but the wheel was spinning. I was thinking about how when we're children, what we do, we observe adults going about doing things and other children, and we act out in play what we've been learning. And that's why I think it's so important for children to do physical play, because it's forming that muscle memory of how to do things. And as children, we did all those kinds of things, running around pretending to be whatever it was at the time. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of the things that we played as children are politically incorrect to discuss these days. Not that there was anything wrong with it, it's just that times have changed. But muscle memory hasn't changed, and I feel that the spinning has proven to me that that's exactly what has happened, is that my brain has seen the process. So when I got the things in my hand, it made it really easy for me. Now, it got me thinking about a lot of the things that on the internet and in the media at the moment is all about AI, and it's like something looming over us like a chopping block, isn't it? And what I see in a lot of comments on the different videos I follow, they're all different types, especially spinning and crafts things, because I love learning and I watch a lot of how to make a knife. I like the Japanese style of woodwork. I watch pottery programs that are showing you to do collecting the wild clay, forming a pot, just like medieval people did and my ancestors would have learned. And getting back to the subject of AI tries to perfect things and do things perfectly without any deviation, no kind of creativity, if you know what I mean. And a lot of people are saying if they see a video that has a hint of AI, they just turn it off. And I'm one of those people, I'm afraid. I'm too long in the tooth. I want real people making real things, and that's what I want to see, or talking about real things and their opinions. And I'm wondering that in this day and age, we should be thinking more about training people in the lost arts. That there's a lot of trades that are being lost, like boat building, the old building clinker boats. Um, there's so many things, all the different physical trades that went on over 150 years ago, and they're being lost to technology. Well, once technology takes over completely in the form of AI, I'm wondering that the elites who will be making all the money from this are going to want a handmade table or a crafted dinner set that has the flaws and the just the little things that we do, because we're not perfect. We don't create perfectly. We have our little flares and we make our little mistakes. Like in basket weaving, there can be an error, but that's what makes it real. And I think that maybe it's wishful thinking, but I do think that those trades are going to be more valuable as time goes by. Sorry, a truck stopped outside, so I had to pause the video until it moved on. Now, I've lost my train of thought somewhat, but I think we instinctively, all of us, have an appreciation of art and crafts, things that have been handmade, like marquetry, inlaid wood, um, all the things that were made, even a candle, or there's so many things, works of art of many different types. And we are drawn to them. We don't all get drawn to the same things. We'll have a different thing that we appreciate more. But those things are what we humans do best. We put our heart and soul into something that we're making. And it's like the knitting. You can buy commercial wool that's been manufactured on a machine and it's perfect. Every strand is perfect. But with the spinning, for example, there's thin bits, there's thick bits. And when I create a jersey out of it, eventually, once I've spun all the wool I need, you'll be able to tell that it's handmade. And there's something particularly nice about that. I think all the old jerseys that I've knitted with commercial wool will reach the second-hand shops pretty soon after I'm long gone. But maybe I like to think that this particular jersey that I'm in the creating process of producing, it might, well, it certainly will last, that's for sure, but it might stay in the family. And that's what I'd like to think anyway. And I can look at things like my different art that I've done, like this little petty point embroidery that I did many years ago. I'm too blind now to see that small. I'm glad I did it when I did. But those kind of things, they're not perfect. Just like me, I'm not perfect, and the things I create aren't perfect. But that's what makes them so attractive to me. And I appreciate it when my friends make me things. I value those so much more because they've been handmade with love for me. And let's hope that AI never gets to the point where it can be as creative as us humans. Well, I think that's enough of my talk for this week. I hope that it will be food for thought for you. And if there's something that you have a tendency to enjoy working with, whether it's something with your hands or whatever, I hope that you might be encouraged to give it a try like me and create something that will last for a long time and be of value rather than the throwaway items that we buy in the local shops, shall we say. Anyway, it's lovely to see you here. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you. And I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And until next time, bye for now.